Welcome into Around the Indies. I couldn't get the live stream working. It was our first one to try, so we'll work better on it next time. But I'm still going to give you a preview show. Wanted to do it right here. Lost Art of Wrestling, Wrestle Clash 2 is going to be presented by Fernando's of McGee. You're not going to want to miss it. Remember to hit that subscribe button here on YouTube. Give us a like on the video as well. That helps us and helps independent wrestling. Also, check us out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Amazon Music, and Audible. Give us that 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Friday night is a special night. It's Lost Art of Wrestling. It's Wrestle Clash 2. It's going to be unbelievable. It's also a special benefit for Tate Claiborne. Now, we all know that medical bills can be a burden. It can be stress on the family and anybody involved. And if you want to help, I'm going to put the link down below for the GoFundMe account. We here at Around the Indies are going to try to help as well and donate a little bit as ourselves. But if you want to go help them out, because we know I've been in the medical field for over 22 years, and medical bills is no fun whatsoever. We're going to jump into the pre-show here in just a second. I'm just going to give you my thoughts on Lost Art of Wrestling. It holds a special place in my heart. Every show I've ever been to has been great. One of the first shows I went to, it was Vladimir Koloff taking on Paul Riot in a chain match. And it was absolutely brutal. They beat the tar out of each other all over the building. Vladimir Koloff was successful that night. Well, Friday night, March the 28th, McGee, Mississippi at the National Guard Armory. We're going to get another chain match. The second one in the history. It's going to be for the Zero Gravity Championship when Sammy Wright defends it against Nightmare Jeremiah. Now, Sammy Wright has held this title for over a year. He won it at Wrestle Clash last year. Wrestle Clash event last year. He won it. Now, back in December, he somehow managed to beat Nightmare Jeremiah. I do not know how, but he did. He survived. He beat Jeremiah. And after the match, Jeremiah just obliterated him. So it's come to this. It's a chain match. It's for the Zero Gravity Heavyweight Championship that Jeremiah stole from him back in December. After he beat him down, he just took the title. He's been carrying it around with him everywhere he goes to all these different promotions. As a matter of fact, everybody knows I was at GCW this past weekend. I made my return. Well, guess what? Jeremiah had that title with him. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. You're not going to want to miss this match. It is going to be an absolute barn burner. So make sure you're there for this. And if you want to get tickets, front row is sold out, but general admission is still available. And you can message them on Facebook and pay for it with Cash App or PayPal. Just make sure you check that out. Now, our next matchup I want to talk about, Ray Fury has just been on an absolute hot streak. He's wanting to become the Lost Art of Wrestling heavyweight champion for the second time. But to do that, he's got 2 obstacles. He's got to beat SP the Ghost first, and then he's going to have to win the Blast of the Future ladder match at Blast of the Future 3. Can he do it? Ray Fury has been on top of the independent scene, especially in Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, all over the South, Texas. Can Ray Fury take on and take out the debut of SP the Ghost? We're going to find out Friday night in McGee, Mississippi at Wrestle Clash 2. But I'm just going to tell you this. SP the Monster don't look like no slouch. He looks like a monster on a mission. So, Ray, you're going to have to pack a lunch and you're going to have to be ready for this one because it's going to be absolutely unbelievable. Also on that night, you're going to have none other than Battlezone Championship Wrestling presenting the legendary Pharaoh of Funk taking on Michael Parrish. Now, this match will be one for the ages as well. Michael Parrish is a mainstay in Battlezone. Pharaoh of Funk, former Battle Zone heavyweight champion. I don't know how many times, but he has tore it up. And he's been a legend all over Mississippi for the last 15 to 20 years. You're going to want to check out that match as well. Also, another match that we've got coming up that is personally going to be one I'm going to really want to be watching. You got two up and comers. They're tearing it up. Both a part of two popular tag teams. You got Amped Up, you got the Varsity. They've both been there. They've both been tag champs in respective companies. These two are going to tear the house down, no doubt. So you're going to want to see that without a shadow of a doubt. But I'm just going to say this, Hunter Rhodes, I've been up and down the road with you, brother. I know exactly how you think I've been up and down the road with Andreas. I know how he thinks. Like I said, these are two up-and-coming stars. They're the future of independent wrestling as well, along with Sammy Riot. I'm going to just say Sammy Riot, before I get to Andreas and Hunter Rhodes anymore, Sammy Riot is beyond one. He's going to be a future star here on the independent scene. My wife, that is one of her favorite wrestlers. Sammy Riot has always been one of her favorite wrestlers. He's been wrestling since he's like 15 or 16 years old. And he's always been good. Sammy's just got that factor. And he's very underrated. And he needs to be all over the map because he is just that good. But this match between Andreas and Hunter Rhodes, it's going to be one to see. You're not going to want to miss this. But let's just hear what Andreas had to say about Friday night.
Hunter Rhodes. You know, about 2 years ago, if you ask people who was the best, newest, youngest, fastest rising tag team on the Gulf Coast, 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 people probably would have said the Varsity, the Hosey brothers. But see, now here we are a couple of months removed at the end of 2024. And if you ask those same amount of people that very same question, 10 out of 10 people will say Amped Up. See, Hunter, the first time I met the three of you in the LAW ring, I lost to the three of you. And now since then, see, me and Amp, we've already beaten Braden and Noah. But Hunter, I've never beaten you. And now, even though that may be true, Hunter, neither one of the three of you have ever beaten me one-on-one. And now this time, Friday, March 28th, Lost Art of Wrestling, I'm going to see it to it myself that time won't happen this time, because now it's my time.
Well, Andres had a lot to say. He's ready for Hunter Rhodes. He's saying 10 out of 10 are going to pick Amped Up as the up-and-coming tag team in independent wrestling. And I can't disagree. But I'm going to just say this. The big rascal, Hunter Rhodes, is ready, baby. He's always ready to go. Next up, somebody that Hunter Rhodes has been associated with for a long time. They call themselves the Varsity. But you got the Hosey Bros getting ready to take on Lost Cause. Now, Michael Wolf, who's the commissioner of law, aligned himself with the Lost Cause at the last show, and he's going to be their manager going forward. Now, I'm going to just say this. I've been on the road with Eric Black. Almost had Eric Black in Brilliant Ink a while back. But he cost me the match and then tried to turn on me. But now he's got a Riot under his wing. So Lost Cause is going to be one of the top rising tag teams on the independent scene. I promise you that right now. You can go ahead and mark my words on that. We're going to get to our final two matches of the night. We're going to get ready to close out. But before we do, I just want you to know there's sponsorship packages. You can join around the indies. All you got to do, you can get your logo on each and every one of our podcasts on YouTube. You can get mentioned on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Spreaker, Amazon Music, Audible, any platform we're on. You can get it. But if you want to be a part of the sponsorship, you can email us at kellybuffx@gmail.com. for info and class packages. You're going to want to check that out. Coming up next is a match that has been all over the independent scene. They have fought just all over the Gulf Coast, all over the state of Mississippi. These two hate each other, and both of them will do whatever it takes to win. They were part of the first ever chain match in Lost Art of Wrestling. And the winner of this will advance to the Blast to the Future 3 ladder match for a chance to reclaim that briefcase and maybe reclaim the title. You know, Paul Riot beat Vladimir Koloff for the Lost Art of Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. He has dominated. Koloff has been dominant over the last few years on the independent scene. Paul Riot beat him. After Paul Riot beat Koloff, what did Koloff do? Well, let's take a look and see what Koloff did.
I'm not done with you, Paul! You understand me? I'm not done! Until you're done, I will never be done! Forever! I'll see you in March.
Koloff said he's going to do whatever. You know, it's not over. You're mine, Riot. Forever. Until Riot is done, Koloff's not done. That is exactly, what Koloff is going to try to destroy Paul Riot. Paul Riot's going to try to destroy Koloff. That's facts. Okay? These two are going to absolutely destroy each other Friday night. You're not going to want to miss it. Wrestle Clash 2, like I said, front row is sold out. General admission is available. You can get it at the door, or you can message them and pay through Cash App or PayPal. But Koloff, not done yet. But let's hear what Koloff had to say. Because Koloff cut a very, I want to say, disturbing promo. But Koloff shows his disdain. He cannot stand Paul Riot. He hates the ground that Paul Riot walks on. But let's hear what he had to say in this promo.
Paul Riot, you are in over your head. You do not realize what you have got yourself into. Now you see, you have awoken something inside of Vladimir Koloff that has been resting for a long time. And I'm glad to feel that feeling again, Paul Riot. That feeling going into McGee, Mississippi on Friday night. Because you see, it's not just about qualifying for this ladder match. It's not just about regaining my Lost Art of Wrestling Championship, which I will do. This is about ensuring that I will do whatever it takes to ensure that Paul Riot never steps inside a pro wrestling ring ever again. And I mean it when I say I'm willing to do whatever it takes. You're in over your head. Paul Riot needs more cola.
These two are going to absolutely destroy each other Friday night at Wrestle Clash 2 in McGee, Mississippi. Like I said, you're not going to want to miss this. You're going to get your tickets. Like I said, front row is sold out, but general admission is available. You're not going to want to miss this show. These two are going to destroy each other, and it's going to be absolutely just insane. So make sure you're in McGee. Before we get to our final deal, just remember, if you're hungry before the show, go check out Fernando's. It's a family-owned and the oldest Mexican restaurant in the state of Mississippi. It's off Highway 49 in McGee. And if you want to get takeout, call 601-849-9377. Fernando's, one of the great, eating places in McGee. Every time that I visit friends there, we have to go and eat at Fernando's, and it's always great food, great atmosphere, and from what I hear, great margaritas. So go check them out. Our main event, one of the top. I mean, this is a headliner, no doubt. You got the well-traveled Steve Anthony, who has wrestled in Ring of Honor. He's a former two-time NWA Junior Heavyweight Champion. He's been to New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's been all over Japan. You're going to want to check this out. And he's going to take on that maniac, the Lost Art of Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, Wes Warren. And it's just like we said earlier. Koloff attacked Paul Wright after Paul Wright won the Lost Art of Wrestling Heavyweight Championship from him. But Wes Warren had that, golden ticket. He had that briefcase. Blast to the Future briefcase. And he cashed it in and beat Paul Wright to become the Lost Art of Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. And come Friday night, he's going to take on Steve Anthony, which is going to be an absolute barn burner. Now, Steve Anthony has been on a winning streak. Wes Warren no-showed the last show, said he was too good to be there, that he didn't have to show up. He's going to show up when he gets ready to. But Steve Anthony kept on his winning ways, and he has earned himself a number one contenders match. And he's going to take on Wes Warren Friday night in McGee, Mississippi at Wrestle Clash 2 for the Lost Art of Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. You're not going to want to miss that. You're not going to want to miss this show whatsoever. Like I said, get your tickets. Be at the door. It's in McGee, Mississippi. It's at the National Guard Armory. You're going to want to be there for Wrestle Clash 2. Because Lost Art of Wrestling always puts on one of the top-notch shows. So make sure you check it out. Like I said, check out Fernando's. And if you want to sponsor our show, all you got to do and get your logo on our YouTube channel. Hear your name on the podcast, on the audio version. All you got to do is hit us up at kellybuckx@gmail.com for info and package prices, and we'll get you set up. But I want to thank you for tuning in right here on Around the Indies, right here on YouTube. Remember to hit that subscribe button here on YouTube. Hit the like button as well on the video. And I hope you enjoyed this. And next time when we go live, hopefully it'll be a little bit better. But thank you for joining us here on Around the Indies. We'll see you next time.